Welcome into the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You are watching the Madness Racing League Cup Series season finale at the Sonoma Raceway here in Sonoma, California. Number 13, Jonathan Smith from Goldsboro, North Carolina, driving his premier setups machine up the hill here, getting ready to go back down the hill, shoot towards the backstretch here, the NASCAR short layout here at the Sonoma Raceway, and then he'll be making his way down the S's here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're set for 32 laps of action-packed racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Make sure you grab your beers, grab those cigarettes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moments away from qualifying. Stick around, we'll be right back. That'll conclude the end of practice here at the Sonoma Raceway. It will be moments away from qualifying here. Got 12 drivers set on to take on the season finale here, the Raceway at Sonoma in California for the Madness Racing League's Cup Series. 5 different drivers have already locked themselves in. 3 will advance on points here. Unless somebody can win here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have all the action here for you. That's the number 12. Coming out on the racetrack of Chris Worrell. Chris Worrell making his MRL Cup Series debut here at the season finale. You can join in at any time that you want here. Back end of the season, though. There's a cutoff point to where the win in your end is no longer in effect. Chris Worrell will find himself in that spot, but just looking to make his MRL debut here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel from Suffolk, Virginia. Drive the number 12 machine. He drives down on the backstretch here on the short layout of the Sonoma Raceway. He'll drive it down in to the hard right-hander, getting ready to shoot down the hill through the S's. He gets loose in the corner, trying to get these tires up to speed. We'll check on. That's the number 02 of the kid, Nicholas Maynard from Welford, South Carolina, the 22-year-old, driving his Maynard Motors 02 Menard Sheen up through the hill here, just where we seen the number 12 of Chris Worrell. He comes down the S's here, flying through the Toyota Tundra turn, getting high on that apex. He'll throw it down here into the hairpin. Guys, these drivers are going to be going from nearly 110, 120 miles an hour down to 20, 30 miles an hour into the hairpin. Chris Worrell gets a little wide there. He'll come to take the green flag for his first lap here in the Madness Racing League. Green flag is in the air for the number 12 of Chris Worrell from Suffolk, Virginia, excuse me. He takes it up the hill here. Gotta get, these guys are gonna have their hands full tonight. We're right on board with the number 12 machines. He takes it down the hill and then right back up it, shooting towards the backstretch here at the Sonoma Raceway. Hear him playing with that gas, getting loose all over the place here at the Sonoma Raceway. Chris Worrell down, running off the track there, getting loose. Able to put the power down here to the hard right-hander. Beautiful corner from the number 12 of Chris Worrell here. Chris Worrell will shoot down the hill here. Look at all those drunk fans standing here in the S's. Chris Worrell making something shake here at the Sonoma Raceway. Chris Worrell will come down here through the S's into the Honda turn. Flying down into the hairpin, down the third gear, down the second gear, getting loose down in the hairpin. He'll scrape the wall there. It won't count this time around. Here comes the number 5 machine of Showtime Chase Johnson from Greer, South Carolina. Got that Gen 6 car looking like an X-Gen machine with the number slanted forward here, driving that banned Jordan Nike machine race car. Continuously seeing Jordan all over the racing motorsports and world, where the banned scheme of Michael Jordan out. The number 5 of Showtime Chase Johnson. Blink in, blink out right there. He comes back down here. He'll shoot his way down into the hairpin. Down the second gear, down the first gear. Getting real down there, trying to put that right side tires down on the apex paint there. Showtime Chase Johnson will come to completion of his first lap here at the Sonoma Raceway. White flag is in the air for Showtime Chase Johnson. He'll jump to the top of the board there. Go find somebody else to mess around with here on the Sonoma Race at the Sonoma Raceway. John Michael Bryant The Boogeyman making his debut for that new paint scheme of his, the new, what is that, the North Face. Haven't heard of that since the 2010s. John Michael Bryant ripping that red pinkish car for your mom. That's because that's your mom's favorite driver. He brings it down into the hairpin in here, gets his foot back on the gas here. He brings it across the front stretch for the completion of his first lap. John Michael Bryant stay in the 7th place spot where he's posted. Kevin Tanko's two-time winner here in the Madness Racing League Cup Series at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway and the Indianapolis Motor Raceway International Speedway, you name it. Kevin Tanko's had a door-to-door battle with John Michael Bryant that we had just seen. Chris Worrell will complete his second lap. He'll jump P1 on the board. We see here Nicholas Maynard coming down the S's here. Flying into the hairpin. Down the second gear. Down the first gear. Number 02 machine car wrapping the bottom really well there. Carried a ton of speed off the corner. Where will the 02 Menards machine of Nicholas Maynard post? Currently sitting P5. He'll stay P5 and that'll do it. They'll run out of time here at the Sonoma Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Worrell will be your pole sitter here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen from Suffolk, Virginia, put your hands together. Chris Worrell takes the pole here at the Sonoma Raceway for the Gen 6 Cup Series regular season finale, 2 weeks. These guys will take on the Homestead Miami Speedway live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These guys load in here on pit road. We'll go ahead and take a moment of silence for those who have fallen overseas for us. Bow our heads. Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel live. This is the Madness Racing League's Cup Series season finale at the Sonoma Raceway here in Sonoma, California. Kevin Tanko's, Nicholas Maynard, everybody else riding in here on the field, waiting on a couple more guys, and we'll kick off tonight's starting lineups. Set for 32 laps of action-packed racing. There will be a competition caution, I was told by the admin, on lap 15 for these guys to be able to reset. Get some tires back on them. We'll re-rack them here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. There goes the pole sitter loading in as well. I think that's everybody. We'll go ahead and get tonight's starting lineups here at the Sonoma Raceway. Started on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll throw it back up to the front of the field. Starting up front, your pole sitter, the number 12 from Suffolk, Virginia. That's Chris Worrell. Starting on the outside of him from Hawthorne, New Jersey, two-time Madness Racing winner here in the Cup Series, the 19-year-old Kevin Tanko. Rounding out the 3rd place spot from Goldsboro, North Carolina, driver the number 13 Premier Setup Machine. Find him on YouTube at napdaddyracing.com. Driver the number engine 4. That's Jonathan Smith. Rounding out the 4th place spot on the outside, driving the number 02 Maynard Motors Menards machine. That's the kid Nicholas Maynard. Rounding out the 5th place spot from Greer, South Carolina, driving that Just Do It Nike Jordan machine from Greer, South Carolina. That's Showtime Chase Johnson. Tony Cook secured here in the playoffs for the Cup Series. Just needs a good run here tonight. We'll round out the 6th place spot with Terry Hughes Jr. doing the same here. Just trying to make something shake here. Blake Hochschild from Gold Canyon, Arizona, the 24-year-old, rounding out the 8th place spot here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. I just seen I need to change the overlay, and I will do that at the conclusion of the driver's lineup here. John Michael Bryant making your mother proud here at the Sonoma Raceway. Corey Tesner and the McDonald's machine will round out the 10th place spot with James Fountain, the road course master from Greenville, South Carolina, looking to make something shake here at Sonoma. Driving from the back, he'll drop to the tail end. Chris 90 will round out the 12th place spot here on the outside. Peter, the pace car, leads them down. The S's here at the Sonoma Raceway down into the hairpin will be set for 32 laps of action-packed racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Strap those seat belts, grab those beers, light those cigarettes, ladies and gentlemen. Sonoma Raceway, guaranteed action-packed racing. We're set for 12 drivers to bring it to you here for the season finale at the Sonoma Raceway. Chris Warnell will bring him to the front into the restart zone here. Peter the Pace Car in his brand new Bolt safety car Porsche will pull it on the pit road, and Chris Wall will lead it toward green in Sonoma Raceway. Up the hill, Jonathan Smith, Chase Johnson rounding out the 4th and 5th place spot. They'll all slow down. There's the kid, Nicholas Maynard, down on the apex. He'll pull in front of Corey Tesner. They'll ride down the hill. Of course, Warrell will still be the race leader over here. Everybody looking to get single file. Up the hill again, James Fallon looking to make something shake on the outside of John Michael Bryan here. Will settle in front. Chris Nadia run out the tail end of the field. Never mind, Tony Cook will run out the tail end of the field. James Fallon loose off the corner. Driving that number 6 Viagra car. That car driving hard, no pun intended. The Greenville, South Carolina driver trying to make something shake. Nicholas Maynard, Corey Tesner battle down through the S's here. Making their way through the short chute down into the hairpin. Chris Wardell out front here. Jonathan Smith rounding out the 4th place spot. Trying to run out the number 5 of Showtime Chase Johnson. Down in the first gear, Showtime Chase Johnson slamming. He'll have Jonathan Smith all over the back bumper, followed by Nicholas Maynard. Corey Tesner then rolling the bottom well here at the Sonoma Raceway. Look at James Fallon all down on the bottom side of the tires. He'll make up 3 spots in one corner. James Fallon on the move here at the Sonoma Raceway, live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Madness Racing League. Nicholas Maynard, Corey Tesner will battle door to door here up the S's. Nicholas Maynard will look to the left side. Corey Tesner put the power down. He'll charge. He'll drive right by the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard. Up the hill, the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard tries to battle back here. Maynard Motors machine powering behind. Won 2 weeks ago here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, live at the Dover Motor Speedway. Locked himself in with the win. Nicholas Maynard guaranteed to race 2 weeks for now for a spot in the championship at the Homestead International Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 races in the playoffs here in the Madness Racing League. They'll eliminate 4 drivers, top 8 drivers. Whether you're winning, you're in, or you're the top 8 in points, will advance to the playoffs here. And you'll find yourself racing 2 weeks from now on the Booty Scoot Racing channel at the Homestead Miami Speedway for a championship. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Maynard will be one of those guys. John Michael Bryant currently in the last spot in on points at the current moment. Your mom's favorite driver. Just needs a great night here tonight. Can't afford to have a new winner here. He'd be the first person out on points, and that's the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. going around. Local cautions here at the raceway, unless there's more than 3 cars involved on the, raceway, excuse me, on the road courses. Terry Hughes Jr. from Troy, Alabama goes around there, smokes it going into the hairpin, down in the first gear there, slowing down from an agonizing 140, 130 miles an hour to 30, 40 miles an hour to make the corner there. Terry Hughes Jr. goes around. Terry Hughes Jr. needing something to shake here tonight at the Sonoma Raceway. Have to double check the sheet and make sure he's locked in. Terry Hughes Jr. from Troy, Alabama, though, goes all track once more. Shake it back up here for the rest of the action. That's Blake Hochschild from Gold Canyon, Arizona, looking to lock himself into the MRL playoffs with the win here at the Sonoma Raceway. Corey Tesner on the move here. Up 5 spots from his starting spot as he's trying to run down the number 13 of Jonathan Smith. He'll have James Fallon all over his back bumper. Down through the S's, these guys slamming gears. Blake Hochschild, you see right in front of you. Jonathan Smith, get those cones out of the way. What do they ever do to you? Corey Tesner down on the bottom side of the racetrack, wrapping the corner well through the hairpin. Corey Riptide Tesner hasn't had the season he wanted in either league here in the Madness Racing League. Come to life in the Xfinity race 2 weeks ago here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That was the regular season finale for there. Corey Tesner missing out on the playoffs. Way back in the point standings, throws a Hail Mary, trying to lock himself in at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Xfinity Series. Wasn't able to do it, but trying to do it here in the Cup Series. Corey Tesner up the hill. Running a part-time schedule all season long makes it tough to do what you got to do here. Corey Tesner just trying not to hurt anybody. He'll take it wide here, down the back stretch here in the short course layout. Corey Tesner Trying to look like Kyle Larson in his McDonald's machine. James Fountain will put the bumper to the back of Jonathan Smith. They'll fly down the S's here. James Fountain all over Jonathan Smith. James Fountain, road course master, mastery, you name it here. On the Booty Scoot Racing channel, we've seen him dominate the Watkins Glen International Speedway in the Xfinity Series. Damn near leading the whole race from the pole. 3 poles for James Fountain in the Xfinity Series as he'll make the pass over the number 13 of Jonathan Smith. Slam it down into second gear through the hairpin. Jonathan Smith will battle back on the inside. We got a battle on our hand. Couple Carolina kids going to battle here off the hairpin across the front straightaway in front of these drunk fans. James Fountain loose. Five laps complete here at the Sonoma Raceway. Kevin Tanko's in the second place spot, trying to run down the race leader. That's the number 12 of Chris Worrell. Chris Worrell slam it down here. Get ready to go down into the S's here. Kind of got a quite about a second and a half, almost 2-second lead over the number 4, Kevin Tanko's here. Will shoot back of Corey Tesner. Trying to run down the third place spot of Showtime Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson trying to mind his business here. Currently your regular season point standing leader. Yet to win a race though. Been real consistent in the Cup Series all years. He'll slide off down the bottom of the S's here, down into the hairpin. Showtime Chase Johnson brings that number 5 Jordan Machine. Wrapped to the bottom really well there. Does he have the drive off? He does. Chase Johnson will ride on board. Mr. Showtime from Greer, South Carolina. He gets way up close to the outside wall, slamming it down. He'll ride underneath the Toyota bridge, up the hill. Get ready to bring it around for another agonizing 7 turns here at the Sonoma Raceway. Corey Tesner trying to close the gap. Over him, Showtime Chase Johnson, James Fountain trying to make something shake and run down the 42. Chris Worrell, your race leader here at the Sonoma Raceway, live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel from Suffolk, Virginia. So take it to the bottom of the hairpin here as he gets ready to, the mini hairpin I should say, and go down the hill through the S's here. He'll have Kevin Tanko's trying to run him down. 2.5 gap, cut back down. Showtime Chase Johnson trying to run down the race leader here with 6 laps complete. He's done turning that Cup Series Gen 6 car into a Gen 7 car is what it looks like here. Badass paint scheme from Showtime Chase Johnson. John Michael Bryant, Chris Knighty battling in hard for the 8th place spot here. John Michael Bryant trying to run down. Looks like the number 02, Nicholas Maynard, in front of him with Chris Knighty. They fly through the S's here. Chris Knighty and the Boogeyman, John Michael Bryant, battling it out here at the Sonoma Raceway. 26 laps remaining. Sonoma. John Michael Bryant will take it to the bottom of the racetrack there. Great corner. If he could ever put the power down on that 23 machine, he'll have something to shake here. Nicholas Maynard bring it down into the hairpin. John Michael Bryant closes a little bit up. Nicholas Maynard not able to get the power down. Gets loose off the corner. It's the rev limiter. That'll help John Michael Bryant here. We're almost 10 laps completed here in the Madness Racing League Cup Series season finale at the Sonoma Raceway. We see the 23 machine of John Michael Bryant battling it out with Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard slides off the racetrack. John Michael Bryant using his presence, we know, he'll put the bumper to anybody if necessary here. Him and Chris Knighty battle it out for the 8th place spot. Nicholas Maynard trailing right behind. Terry Hughes Jr. and Blake Hochschild battling it up the hill. Get ready to come right back down. Take that back stretch and haul ass toward the S's. Blake Hochschild, the 24-year-old, trying to make something shake. He's all over the back bumper of Terry Hughes Jr. Terry Hughes Jr. will swing wide here to the mini hairpin. Get ready to fly down the hill through the S's with Blake Hochschild all over it. Tony Cook off the racetrack. Engine trouble for the number 33 of Tony Cook. Chris Worrell, still your race leader here at the Sonoma Raceways. He's finding himself up the hill. Get ready to come back down. That's the 2nd place car, Kevin Tanko's. Showtime Chase Johnson making his way, slowly closing up that gap. About a 2-second gap between him and Kevin Tankos. That's the number 12 of Chris Worrell. Showtime Chase Johnson. About a 2-second gap between him and Kevin Tankos, between him and Corey Tesner. James Fountain putting on a show here, trying to decrease the lead, but John Michael Bryant and Nicholas Maynard bang it out here. That's the 23 of John Michael Bryant and Nicholas Maynard. We heard the door bang here. John Michael Bryant got the paint scraped off the left front of his machine. They'll battle down the hill here, get ready to go towards the back straightaway, haul ass towards the S's. Nicholas Maynard looks behind the 23 machine, put the bumper to him. Some action-packed racing here at Sonoma Raceway. Nicholas Maynard, something is banging here at the Sonoma Raceway. These two fighting hard. John Michael Bryant trying to get away from the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard down through the S's. John Michael Bryant down the hill, heading towards the hairpin. Got Nicholas Maynard all over his back bumper here. John Michael Bryant slightly goes off track. Him and Nicholas Maynard will be door-to-door down into the hairpin. Nicholas Maynard on the inside, John Michael Bryant on the outside. Nicholas Maynard down on the bottom side. What a corner from the kid. He's able to drive off and drive away from the 23 machine. He'll hit that rev limiter one more time. Nicholas Maynard hits the rev limiter. I heard it one more time through the front stretch here. Allow John Michael Bryant to get all over him. They'll fly up the hill here. These guys putting on a show here for the Booty Scoot Racing fans, live from the Sonoma Raceway in the regular season finale. Nicholas Maynard locked in. John Michael Bryant's just needing a good day here. Sitting pretty comfortable on points here. Nicholas Maynard down, slamming it in the second gear, getting ready to go out on the back stretch. John Michael Bryant all over the back bumper. Beast between these two guys. We see them bang it out on the Booty Scoot Racing channel on the I-85 late model stock series. John Michael Bryant led a shit ton of laps in the late model series. Starting to crank up, get hot here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Him and Nicholas Maynard battle it through the S's here at the Sonoma Raceway. Nicholas Maynard sideways off the corner. That'll help the 23 machine of John Michael Bryant, but Nicholas Maynard will slam the door shut. They'll fly through the bottom part of the S's, haul ass towards the hairpin here at the Sonoma Raceway. Nicholas Maynard will be out front of the 23 machine. Nicholas Maynard will slip up, overcook the corner. That'll open the door for John Michael Bryant. He'll put the power down. So with Nicholas Maynard, they'll be door-to-door. Across the front stretch here, lose both of them. What a race between these two guys here at the Sonoma Raceway. This is just for the 8th place spot. Nicholas Maynard puts the door to John Michael Bryant. Bumpers, doors, tippers, everything. Smashing and blasting here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Nicholas Maynard down on the bottom side. John Michael Bryant door to door. Nicholas Maynard looking for a crossover down the hill. Haul it ass towards the backstretch. John Michael Bryant, Nicholas Maynard battling it out here. Going on 3 laps in a row, they have allowed Blake Hochschild to catch up. Nicholas Maynard will cook the right front here. Him and John Michael Bryant fight door-to-door down through the S's here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These two giving it everything they got. Nicholas Maynard, a winner 2 weeks ago at the Dover Motor Speedway, right here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Got him locked in. Needing a good day as well. Just needs to stay out of harm's trouble. He'll race 2 weeks from now. The Miami Homestead International Speedway live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You see Tony Cook is off the racetrack. Blake Hochschild sliding back there. Action all over this racetrack. Nicholas Maynard looks to the inside of John Michael Bryant. Boogeyman, your mom's favorite driver, not happy with the way Nicholas Maynard just ran him on the left side. Payback from Nicholas Maynard from being up on the top of the hill the previous lap. There'll be a pretty nice gap between the rest of these guys. We'll look up with the race leader. That'll be the race leader, Chris Worrell. He's approaching 20 laps to go. Caution flag will be on lap 15 here, ladies and gentlemen, for the competition. We'll re-rack them here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel as they're spread it out through the Sonoma Raceway. Everybody will have to pit, have to take tires. Gas is an option. John Smith all over the back bumper of James Fountain. James Fountain started from the tail end of the field here, making some moves up to the 5th place spot. Kevin Tanko's trying to close the gap. Over him, the race leader, Chris Wardell. Chris Wardell down, going toward the back straightaway now. Chase Johnson trying to run down Kevin Tanko. Chase Johnson up the hill. Kevin Tanko's coming down the hill. Chris Wardell already getting ready to find his way towards the S's. He's hauling ass here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. That's the 12 of Chris Wardell from Suffolk, Virginia. He continues to lead them here at the Sonoma Raceway in the season finale. Showtime Chase Johnson closing the gap over Kevin Tanko. We'll take our first racing commercial break here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Thought Kevin Tankos was going to get loose there. We'll take a commercial break here live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Back here live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Down into the hairpin goes the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard, followed by John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver. They come across the front stretch here, completing the lap. 20 laps to go here. Sonoma Raceway. Chris Worrell continues to lead them here, catching the back end of the field here. He might be able to lap this field here. Blake Hochschild spinning up the hill. He'll spin out. The only second guy we've had. Again, guys will stay green here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 3 guys or more involved in a wreck will bring out a full course caution, but we're moments away, about 3 laps away or so, from the competition caution here in the Madness Racing League's Cup Series season finale at Sonoma. We'll re-rack them here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These guys have to pit for tires. As John Michael Bryan and Nicholas Maynard continue to battle it out here door to door on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Nicholas Maynard being a thorn in the side to John Michael Bryant. John Michael Bryant being a knife in the heart to Nicholas Maynard. They just won't go away from each other. We know these guys have had plenty of battles here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Not afraid to race each other with aggression. John Michael Bryant will lead them both here. Nicholas Maynard closing the gap down through the bottom part of the S's. They'll shoot down towards the hairpin. Nicholas Maynard will look towards John Michael Bryant. John Michael Bryant will wheel lock into the hairpin. Nicholas Maynard will break early, look for a pass underneath. He'll get it on the number 23 of John Michael Bryant. He will. John Michael Bryant will play caretaker that time around. He'll refuse to put the bumper to the back of the Nicholas Maynard machine, because he'll drag race across the front stretch here. 19 laps remaining. Nicholas Maynard, John Michael Bryant putting on a show. Nicholas Maynard, wall. John Michael Bryant all over the back of him. Just had a wall Nicholas Maynard. He didn't know where to go. He locks up the right front tire. That's the race leader, Chris Warnell, right behind him. They're running for their lives here. Coming up to the competition caution flag soon here, ladies and gentlemen. Nicholas Maynard, John Michael Bryant running for their life from the race leader, Chris Warnell, trying to stay on the lead lap. Kevin Tankos should benefit from this slightly as he's coming down the hill, flying down the back straightaway, heading down towards the S's where Chris Warrell, your race leader, has just put Terry Hughes Jr. a lap down. Nicholas Maynard, John Michael Bryant putting some distance between one another once again. Corey Tesner down the hill here. Jonathan Smith able to get around James Fountain. Throwing that race car all around the Sonoma Raceway. Trying to make something shake here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Chris Worrell. You see Nicholas Maynard and John Michael Bryant tighten it back up again off the hairpin. Chris Worrell, the race leader, sees that in front of him, knows that he can't afford for these two to bang doors, wreck each other, and he be involved. Chris Worrell making his MRL season debut here in the Sonoma Raceway, joined in on the back half of the season. Kevin Tanko is the second place guy. Crossing the line now, you can imagine the gap with about a 12-second distance here between the race leader of Chris Worrell and Kevin Tanko. Best battle on the racetrack, that is it right there. The competition caution in the air. Nicholas Maynard and John Michael Bryant will survive. Stay on the lead lap here as the caution flags for the halftime break, we'll call it, ladies and gentlemen. We will re-rack them here at the Sonoma Raceway as they do in the Madness Racing League at the road courses. They will re-rack them, ladies and gentlemen. We'll reset. Everybody has to pit for tires is the only thing I was told by the admin. Gas is up in the air for you. Chris Worrell's led them all here so far from the Sonoma Raceway. Kevin Tankos is your second place driver. Terry Hughes Jr. will be waved around here as the lucky dog. Showtime Chase Johnson catching up to the back of the field here. He'll round out the third place spot. Corey Tesner coming down the S's. He'll be the fourth place spot. Jonathan Smith will be the fifth place spot. James Fountain the sixth place spot. Chris Knighty off the track, but when he gets it shaking and baking again, he'll be rounded in the seventh place spot. John Michael Bryant across the line here. He'll be in the eighth place spot. Terry Hughes Jr. a lap down. Nicholas Maynard will go a lap down as well. Tony Cook off the racetrack. Blake Hochschild on pit road. Chris Worrell will lead him down the pit road here. It'll be the 12, the 4th, Kevin Tankos, Chase Johnson, Corey Tesner pumping down now. Jonathan Smith and James Fountain coming around the back end now. Chris Worrell from Suffolk, Virginia. Bring him down pit road. Him, Chase Johnson. The rest of them will follow Chase Johnson into his pit box here at the Sonoma Raceway. Chase Johnson will slide into his box here. Will they jack up? They will jack up the right side of the race car. It'll be two right side Goodyear Eagle tires for the number 5, the Showtime Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson's got to jack up the left side of the car. It'll be an excellent stop. 2 tanks of gas, 4 tires on the 5 machine of Chase Johnson. We got the end of pit road here. Showtime Chase Johnson. Come off. Here comes Corey Tesner. Chris Worrell will continue to lead him here and win the battle off pit road. Kevin Tanko's coming off second. Showtime Chase Johnson third. Corey Tesner coming up the hill now. He'll round out the 4th place spot. Jonathan Smith off pit road for the 5th place spot. James Fountain getting that race car touched up here at the Sonoma Raceway. Damage to that race car. Chris Knighty will come back around here. Kiss the tail end of the field. John Michael Bryant will pull it on the pit road. Nicholas Maynard coming back up the hill here. Chris Worrell, your race leader here at the Sonoma Raceway for the Madness Racing League's Cup Series season finale at the Sonoma Raceway. We'll be right back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Don't go nowhere. back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Peter the Pace Car enjoying his time in that Porsche here at the Sonoma Raceway. Loves when he's able to get into the extra horsepower himself here in the Madness Racing League's Cup Series season finale. Live from the Sonoma Raceway. Chris Worrell has the pole sitter continue to been out front all race long. He's led every single lap up to this point. Suffolk, Virginia, stand up for your race driver of Chris Worrell driving his number 12 Ford Mustang. Ripping and raving here at the Sonoma Raceway. Kevin Tanko's battling hard right behind him from Hawthornes, New Jersey. The 19-year-old driving his Budweiser, excuse me, Chevy Camaro in the second place spot. The third place spot right now belonging to Showtime Chase Johnson from Greer, South Carolina, driving that Jordan Nike machine. Ripping and raving as well here on the Booty Scoot Racing channels. Corey Tesner. Can you guessed it? Corey Tesner not locked in. Terrible season so far. Trying to make something shake here at the Sonoma Raceway. Was battling hard with James Fountain. Him and James Fountain make contact. James Fountain still on pit road. He'll round out the 7th place spot right here. Jonathan Smith rounding out the 5th place spot behind Corey Tesner. Chris Knighty catching the tail end of the field. He'll be in the 6th place spot. James Fountain catching the tail end of the field as well. He'll round out the 7th place spot. John Michael Bryan will round out the 8th place spot. Terry Hughes Jr. a lap down. Was the lucky dog that time, but back on the lead lap here. He's at the tail end of the field waiting for the rest of these guys. Nicholas Maynard as well, shooting it down into the hairpin, catching the tail end of the field. Blake Koschchild still on pit road. Tony Cook out with electrical issues. Chris Worrell here behind Peter the Pace Car. Looks like we'll have one more lap to go here around under caution, I believe, on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll be right back here on the other side with hopefully the conclusion of tonight's event. Competition flag, well, the competition caution flag, I should say, for the halfway point is up in the air here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll see if they get ready to pull Peter the Pace Car, or will he hang the right on the pit road here, and that'll give us our answer if we're ready for green flag action here back here at the Sonoma Raceway. Chris Worrell will be the race leader with Kevin Tanko's on the outside. Chase Johnson in the 3rd place spot. Corey Tesner in the 4th place spot. Excuse me. Jonathan Smith to round out the 5th place spot. Chris Knighty in the 6th place spot with James Fountain rounding out the tail end of the field here as he's catching it. Will be the 7th place spot with John Michael Bryant rounding out the 8th place spot. Terry Hughes Jr. back on the lead lap in the 9th place spot. Nicholas Maynard speeding on pit road. Tail end of the field this time around. Chris Worrell, your race leader. You see the guys coming down the hill to catch the tail end of the field. We will go back green flag racing this time around. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Worrell on the limit for being able to win in your end here in the Madness Racing League. So Kevin Tanko's riding out the 2nd place spot, already locked in with 2 wins on the season. Kevin Tanko's trying to get something to move here. Showtime Chase Johnson needing a win in the Madness Racing League. Currently the point standings leader without a win so far, but a win will look great on his resume. Looking to race hard for one of those Madness Racing League trophies here. Chris Worrell will bring him back to the restart zone here. We'll wave it off. Peter the Pace Car will stay back out on the racetrack. Good. We'll be able to explain some more of these brutal playoff implications here that are underway with 13 laps remaining. Will be 12 laps remaining when we go back green here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Corey Tesner hasn't had the greatest season all year long in the Madness Racing League, Xfinity, and or Cup Series. Needing something to shake here on the back half of this race here. Needing a win to lock himself in here. 2 weeks from now, the playoffs start here in the Madness Racing League Cup Series at the Homestead Speedway. The top 8 drivers will advance. Winning your in. We've had 5 different winners, 3 spots open on points. Corey Tesner far back from the cut line. Looking to win. The only way he has it, he's got to win the race here tonight. Bad fast so far in the first half. Looking to make some adjustment to his race car, get something shaking here. James Fountain running part-time as well on the back half of the points. Not been able to make all the races here. Way past the winning your in cut limit for James Fountain as well. James Fountain filling the field in here, trying to get a trophy, claim it, put it up in the trophy room here at the Sonoma Raceway. Chris Knighty been bad fast here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, looking to make something shake. Jonathan Smith, owner of NapDaddyRacing.com, already locked in with the win here. He won at the Texas Motor Speedway live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Nicholas Maynard won 2 weeks ago at the Dover Motor Speedway, and you better thank God, because him and John Michael Bryant's been battling it out all night here at the Sonoma Raceway. Nicholas Maynard in on a win, so he's not worried, but John Michael Bryant currently last in on points. at the current moment. So if we were to have a new race winner eligible to make the playoffs, John Michael Bryant would be out. Terry Hughes Jr. looking to make something shake here in the Madness Racing League as well. Chris Worrell will lead him through the hairpin here. We'll bring it back to the restart zone. We'll throw it back green here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And hopefully we'll have the conclusion of tonight's event on the other side of this. Chris Worrell, brings him through the restart zone. He fires off. We're back green in Sonoma. Beautiful hot summer day here to be racing at the Sonoma Raceway. Up the hill, door to door, Chris Worrell, Kevin Tankos, Chase Johnson looking to make a move on the inside of Kevin Tankos. He does. Guys on the move here. John Michael Bryant off the racetrack, back on it. Nicholas Maynard to pull to the back bumper of him. We'll keep an eye on that. Chris Worrell out to a comfortable lead. Showtime Chase Johnson overtakes Kevin Tankos down on the back straightaway here. Door to door, it's Corey Tessner and James Fountain battling into the mini hairpin down to go down the hill through the S's. James Fountain will pull past the number 42 of Corey Tessner. Kevin Tankos able to get it. Jonathan Smith will go around. Jonathan Smith in on a win, so you need to get that race car back up underneath them, turn around. Chris Knighty up to the 6th place spot. Booting and scooting on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Chris Worrell, the race leader, down into the hairpin. Kevin Tankos as well. Kevin Tankos will be down in the 2nd gear. Over, shoot the gap there a little bit. Shades, oh man, Chris Knighty sliding through your living room. Chris Knighty, just a field filler. Just filled in the tires there. Sliding, don't seem to have any damage to that race car. Showtime Chase Johnson up the hill, trying to run down the number 4 Budweiser machine of Kevin Tankos. Chris Worrell, your race leader. Everybody else battling out here. Corey Tessner, Terry Hughes Jr. back on the lead lap, looking to make something shake here in Sonoma. Excuse me, showing Terry Hughes Jr. still register a lap down here with Nicholas Maynard and John Michael Bryant. Take back my statement here. Jonathan Smith battling with John Michael Bryant here. Heading into the right, hard right hand to go on to the back straightaway. Jonathan Smith will pull right in front of the number 23 of John Michael Bryant. Will be Jonathan Smith. The two Johns battling it out here. Getting ready to go down through the S's to make 10 laps remaining here. Terry Hughes Jr. down through the S's with Nicholas Maynard all over the ass end of them. 11 laps remaining here in the season finale of the Madness Racing League Cup Series. Kevin Tankos slowly closing the gap up over the race leader here. Showtime Chase Johnson trying to stay in striking distance. Number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. gets a little loose out of the hairpin there. He'll have Nicholas Maynard all over his back bumper to worry about. Nicholas Maynard trying to make something shake here. The Sonoma Raceway up to the 9th place spot. Road courses must not be his thing here as he's struggling at the Sonoma Raceway. He's down on the left side, down on the bottom right side. He's closed the distance up between him and Terry Hughes Jr. We got a battle underneath our head. Throw the battle box up here. We haven't had many tonight. We've seen Nicholas Maynard battle it out with John Michael Bryant. John Michael Bryant not even in the picture at the moment. Nicholas Maynard, Terry Hughes Jr. down into the hard right-hander to go down the back stretch to head towards the mini hairpin. John Michael Bryant hard into the wall. Tell your mom to hang it up. John Michael Bryant head first into the tire barrier. Chris Knighty trying to make something shake. He'll go off track there. Nicholas Maynard under attack by Jonathan Smith here. Chris Knighty off track once more as he's heading down the hill to go towards the back straightaway. Nicholas Maynard, Jonathan Smith down on the bottom side of the S. Nicholas Maynard off track. Shaking and baking here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He'll get loose. Nicholas Maynard will save it. What a save from the kid, Nicholas Maynard. Had that thing yelled out sideways. So to go wide there off the hairpin, Terry Hughes Jr. ripping up through the hill. 9 laps remaining here in the MRL's Cup Series season finale at Sonoma Raceway. We'll take another break. It'll be our final break of the night. Chris Worrell continues to lead them here at the Sonoma Raceway. Led every single lap so far Kevin Tanko slowly closing up the gap here. We'll watch them battle it out here. We'll take our final break of the night. Stick around. We'll have the conclusion on the other side of this. Laps remaining here in the Madness Racing League Cup Series season finale at Sonoma. That's the battle for the third place spot, between James Fallon and Showtime Chase Johnson. The number 5, Showtime Chase Johnson, winless here in the Madness Racing League Cup Series, but is the point standings leader. Consistent all year long, continuing to keep the streak up here with another top 5. Currently sitting in his lap, battling hard behind James Fallon for the third place spot. This is the most interesting battle on the racetrack at the moment. We'll swing back here to Terry Hughes Jr. and Nicholas Maynard battling it out for the 8th place spot. Nicholas Maynard trying to make something shake behind the number 81. They'll fly up the hill. Nicholas Maynard on the brakes hard. Terry Hughes Jr. slow out of the corner. Nicholas Maynard, nice apex out of the corner. He should be able to close them up to the bottom side of the hill here. Up one more time. Last hill. They'll fly back down. Head towards the back straightaway here at the Sonoma Raceway. Nicholas Maynard already locked in the Madness Racing League Cup Series 2 weeks ago here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Put on a show at the Dover Motor Speedway, was able to bring it home at the mile racetrack. He'll look to the number inside of the number 81 here. He'll overshoot the corner. We'll look back at the race leader, Chris Worrell, coming around for 6 laps remaining in the season finale. Kevin Tanko slowly closing the gap up to 2 seconds. Now down at 1.9 up through the hill. Kevin Tanko's looking to make something shake here. Showtime Chase Johnson trying to keep it in rhythm here. James Fallon must have crashed at some point. He's off the racetrack. Chris Warhill brings it down the hill towards the backstretch here. He'll swing wide. Kevin Tanko's slowly closing the gap up. Trying to make something shake here at the Sonoma Raceway. Hearing power steering or some kind of issue electrical for James Fountain as well. Shoot back out here between the battle between the 8th place spot of Terry Hughes Jr. and Nicholas Maynard. 6 laps remaining here. Terry Hughes Jr. will get sideways. Troy's Alabama, Terry Hughes Jr. hasn't had the best part on the back half of the year. The VHR machine will take it up the hill here. Fall back down to the 7th place spot. Nicholas Maynard finds himself in that final points paying spot, the 10th place spot at the current moment. The kid logging laps here with 6 laps remaining. Chris Worrell coming around the front stretch, bringing it to 5 laps remaining. He's approaching the lap traffic car of John Michael Bryant that's going up the hill. Chris Worrell trying to make something shake. Keep it together here. Been dominant all night long. Led every single lap up to this point. Don't want to jinx him here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. But if he could keep that number 12 machine underneath him here, he could score a win here in the Madness Racing League. Earn himself a nice wooden plaque trophy to hang on his wall in his room. Chris Worrell got to do everything's possible. Keep hitting his marks hills. He'll go down the mini hairpin, follow down the hill through the S's. He'll have Kevin Tanko slowly closing the gap. Kevin Tanko's trying to maintain something here with 5 laps remaining. Showtime Chase Johnson doing something as well. Jonathan Smith up to the 4th place spot. Terry Hughes Jr. Seen him go off track there. Trying to make something shake. Bring it back to life here. If he can keep it underneath him here, complete the race, he should be able to possibly score something. You see the guy, he's racing in front of him. That's the kid, Nicholas Maynard, battling hard for the 5th place spot. Terry Hughes Jr., though, still got his car rolling out here at the Sonoma Raceway. Just trying to make something shake here, as we say on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. There's your race leader, Chris Worrell. Absolutely putting on a clinic here as he's approaching the already lapped down car of John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver, running for his life here at the Sonoma Raceway. 4 laps remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Terry Hughes Jr. just battling problems with that race car. Loose all over the place. That's Chris Worrell, the race leader. He's approaching another lap car of John Michael Bryant. Will this be what Kevin Tanko's needs here? John Michael Bryant, who's currently the last person in on a points-paying spot, can't afford to have a new winner here in the Madness Racing League. He'll go off track. John Michael's playoff hands balancing right there in his own hands. Not over with yet, ladies and gentlemen. John Michael Bryant needs to stay patient here, stay calm. Anything can happen here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in the Madness Racing League. Chris Worrell will put him another lap down here. Chris Worrell down the bottom side of the racetrack through the hairpin. Kevin Tanko's closed the gap up tremendously there, under 2 seconds. Chris Worrell will be able to drive up off the hairpin as he's been able to do all night. 3 laps remaining here in the season finale at the Sonoma Raceway. See Nicholas Maynard here has had a hell of a night so far as he's getting ready to come down down the hill through the S. Is currently sitting in the 5th place spot. If he can manage it underneath him, you see Terry Hughes Jr. behind him, who he's battling. He'll score 10 more points to add to its total, and he'll move on 2 weeks from now at the Miami Homestead International Speedway and begin the playoff run towards the championship. These drivers will race 3 races. Top 8 drivers will advance, whether it's a win and you're in or 5 different winners so far. So we'll have, if we get a new winner tonight, 6 different winners, 2 advancing on points. John Michael Bryant would be the first person out. So far we've had 5 different winners, 3 advancing on points. Tony Cook advancing on points so far with a really nice comfortable lead with him. Chase Johnson obviously advancing on points. He's your regular season points standing champion at the given moment. So Chase Johnson knows he's going to race 2 weeks from now for a championship. 2 weeks from now, they'll take on the Homestead International Speedway, then the Bristol Motor Speedway, and then they'll round it out. Not very sure where the final race is at, but then the championship race at the Michigan International Speedway. Chase Johnson will throw it down in the 2nd gear here through the hairpin. He'll see 2 laps remaining, white flag next time around. Chris Worrell from Suffolk, Virginia, has been absolutely dominant all night long tonight. Drive that number 12 machine here in his Madness Racing League Cup Series debut. Seems to have it under control. A little loose through the corner there. See his hands busy inside of that race car. He'll slow it down in the 2nd gear here. Drive it down the bottom side of the racetrack. Been able to do what he's been able to do all night. It's what he's supposed to do, really. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but who cares here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel when Chris Worrell's putting spanking on the field. Talk about BTA, belts to asses. He's done just that. White flag next time around for Chris Worrell if he can just pull it together here. Kevin Tanko's coming down the hill. If he's going to do something, he's got to make something shake now. You see the gap there as they fly down. Beautiful raceway shot. The Sonoma Raceway, he'll fly through the Toyota Tundra. Bottom part of the S's down into the hairpin. Going to be white flag when he comes around the hairpin here. for Chris Worrell. If he can keep it underneath them one more time, he'll win the event here. The Madness Racing League Cup Series season finale at the Sonoma Raceway. Kevin Tankos got to go down, make something shake. Looking for his third win on the season. You see his hands busy, white flags in the air. Showtime Chase Johnson coming off the hairpin corner. He gets loose. In that third place spot, Jonathan Smith coming down the S's now. Fifth place spot of Nicholas Maynard making his way down the S's. Chris Worrell loose through the corner. Down into the back stretch for the final time tonight. He'll swing wide. Seem to have it under control that time around. He'll slam it down in the second gear to the hard mini airpin. He'll lock up the left front tire. Handling becoming an issue. Looks like here it's a white flag. A couple more corners for Chris Worrell from Suffolk, Virginia. And he can call himself a winner here in the Madness Racing League. That number 12 machine has been bad fast all night long. Gets a little loose here. Down through the S's. Chris Worrell bring it through. The bottom of the S's down into the hairpin for the final time tonight. Chris Worrell from Suffolk, Virginia will cook the hairpin. He'll go around. That'll look good for Kevin Tankos. Chris Worrell trying to get it back underneath him. They'll be door to door. Kevin Tankos got it underneath him. He'll shift gears to be door to door. Bringing it through the final corner. Kevin Tankos will still win. What an ending here at the Sonoma Raceway. Chris Worrell gives it away in the final 100 feet. Could you imagine here? Let's back that ass up as we do here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. What in the hell just happened here? As Chris Worrell from Suffolk, Virginia goes around into the hairpin. Look to have it in the book, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Just absolutely cooks the hairpin corner. Let's ride along with the number 12 of Chris Worrell from Suffolk, Virginia. Just had to bring it around here. Locks up the right front tire. It goes around on him. Kevin Tankos able to slide on the bottom side of the racetrack, door to door with the number 12 of Chris Worrell. Clears himself off the corner and brings it to the line. Kevin Tankos, your race winner here at the Sonoma Raceway, scoring his third win on the season. Don't want to call it backed into it, but Chris Worrell makes a mistake here. We'll put the bumper to the back of Kevin Tankos. He'll suffer defeat here. And Kevin Tankos will win it. The 19-year-old from Hawthorne, New Jersey, will win the season finale at the Sonoma Raceway. And John Michael Bryant will live to fight another day. He will race 2 weeks from now at the Homestead Miami Speedway in the playoffs. Barely scraping by. Chris Worrell could have pulled it off. Chris Worrell and Kevin Tankos both will burn it down here. Awesomeness from these two guys here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Kevin Tankos said, what a battle, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Worrell, feel sorry for the guy. Bring up the night's results here, ladies and gentlemen. If you stuck around from the beginning, we appreciate it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Kevin Tankos steals one here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for his third win on the year in the Cup Series. Chris Worrell will bring it home in the second place spot. Showtime Chase Johnson will grab that third place spot, and he'll win the regular season point standing. Will add plus 10 to his playoff spot. He'll start the playoffs as the only driver with plus 10, being the regular season champion. Jonathan Smith will round out the fourth place spot. Nicholas Maynard, thank God he scored that win 2 weeks ago at Dover Motor Speedway. He's locked in, will race for a championship in 2 weeks along with Jonathan Smith. Terry Hughes Jr. will have to double down. See where he shakes out on the point standings here. See if he'll race for a championship in the next coming weeks here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. John Michael Bryant scrapes by here. No new winner. We know he'll race for a championship. James Fountain slams the wall early. The Greenville, South Carolina guy will finish out the 8th place spot. Racing part-time here in the Madness Racing League Cup Series. Scored 2 wins on the season, though. James Fountain, though, not racing for a championship. Corey Tesner, a part-timer as well. Horrendous season. He won't race for a championship. He'll round out the 9th place spot with Chris 090. catching fire here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Excuse me. We seen him 2 weeks ago in the I-85 late model stocks. Put on a show. Blake Hochschild from Gold Canyon, Arizona, rounds out the 11th place spot tonight. Could not tame the Sonoma Raceway. Tony Cook's bad, fast Chevy Skull Camaro fighting ECU engine issues. Not able to get back out on the racetrack. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race winner is Kevin Tankos from Hawthorne, New Jersey. He'll steal one from the number 12 of Chris Worrell from Suffolk, Virginia, who cooks the hairpin literally 2 quarters away from being able to call himself a winner in the Madness Racing League. You never know what can happen here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. I am in absolute awe here as Chris Worrell gives it away. Kevin Tankos scores the victory here at the Sonoma Raceway in the season finale of the Madness Racing League Cup Series. Thank you for watching the Booty Scoot Racing Channel live here on TikTok. This is the Madness Racing League. We'll be back Friday night for the Madness Racing League Truck Series from the Auto Club Speedway. Make sure you slap that like button. Press that follow button. You don't want to miss a thing. Free to join, free to race. We'll get you signed up for that truck race on Friday night if you want to. Make sure you hit us up at the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Saturday night, first playoff race of the season for the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series at the Talladega Super Speedway. You don't want to miss a thing. Make sure you're hitting that like button and that follow button. We'll see you Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. God bless.